Did you hear that?
Someone out there?
Becky!
Something's not right about this. I think we should head back to the road. Travis?
In the Tall Grass is a 2019 supernatural horror thriller based on the novella by Stephen King and his son, Joe Hill. The film plunges viewers into a haunting world where nature itself becomes a trap, distorting time and space in ways that are both terrifying and bewildering. From the first moments, the movie establishes an unsettling atmosphere, starting with the premise of a simple, desperate call for help that quickly escalates into a nightmare scenario. The story revolves around siblings Becky and Cal, who are drawn into a vast field of tall grass after hearing the cries of a young boy named Tobin. Their journey begins as an act of empathy, but the field itself quickly reveals its malevolent, supernatural nature, consuming all hope of escape. The film's tension is built on the claustrophobic and disorienting environment of the grass, which seems endless and alive. As Becky and Cal attempt to navigate the field, the narrative quickly introduces the element of time distortion. Characters experience moments repeatedly, and physical locations within the grass shift mysteriously, creating an overwhelming sense of helplessness. This manipulation of reality becomes a central theme, forcing the characters, and by extension the audience, to question what is real and what is a product of the grass's sinister influence. The story is not merely about survival, but explores the psychological terror being trapped in an environment that seems to respond to fear itself. The ensemble cast brings depth to the suspenseful plot. Patrick Wilson portrays Ross, a central figure whose actions and moral dilemmas tie into the larger mysteries of the field. Leisla de Oliveira plays Becky, whose determination to rescue Tobin and confront the horrors of the grass anchors the emotional core of the film. Harrison Gilbertson embodies Cal, whose protective instincts and love for his sister drive much of the narrative tension. Rachel Wilson, as Natalie, provides additional layers to the backstory and motivations of the characters, while Will By Jr. delivers a chilling performance as Tobin, whose presence is both innocent and unsettling, symbolizing the lure that draws others into the field. The characters' struggles are heightened by the film's ability to make viewers feel the oppressive nature of the environment, where every step could lead to danger or discovery. The plot structure plays with non-linear timelines and supernatural loops. Becky and Cal repeatedly encounter moments where the past and present merge, revealing previous victims who have been trapped and altered by the grass. This cyclical storytelling enhances the horror as viewers understand that the field is not simply a physical trap, but a metaphysical one. The grass manipulates perception, often separating characters from one another and creating confrontations with versions of themselves, or others that may no longer exist. The disorienting narrative mirrors the experience of being lost, forcing characters to make decisions with incomplete knowledge, often with fatal consequences. The film's cinematography amplifies the feeling of entrapment and disorientation. Wide shots of the endless field emphasize isolation, while tight, claustrophobic shots within the grass create tension and anxiety. The sound design contributes significantly to the atmosphere, with rustling blades, distant screams, and the haunting stillness of the field evoking a constant sense of dread. The visual and auditory elements work together to immerse viewers in the field's supernatural influence, making the grass itself feel like a living, malevolent character that watches, manipulates, and punishes those who enter it. One of the most intriguing aspects of In the Tall Grass is its exploration of moral dilemmas and human nature under extreme conditions. Characters are forced to confront their fears, regrets, and instincts for survival. The grass acts as a mirror, revealing not only the darkest aspects of human behavior, but also the capacity for heroism and sacrifice. Becky, for instance, faces choices that challenge her understanding of right and wrong, particularly as she grapples with the looping nature of time within the field. Cal's protective instincts clash with the disorienting rules of the environment, forcing him to reconsider what it means to act decisively when reality itself is unreliable. The supernatural rules of the field are gradually unveiled, creating a puzzle-like narrative. The grass exerts control over space and time, using the desires and fears of those who enter it to manipulate outcomes. Tobin's presence is particularly central, as he acts both as a victim and an instrument of the field's malevolence. The story introduces the concept of being lost not just physically, but temporally and spiritually, showing how the grass preys on vulnerability. The film effectively blends traditional horror elements with a metaphysical twist, ensuring that fear stems from both immediate threats and the unsettling uncertainty of what is happening to time and space itself. The release of the film on a streaming platform allowed it to reach a global audience, creating discussions about its complex narrative and psychological depth. Fans of Stephen King and Joe Hill found the adaptation faithful in spirit, capturing the novella's eerie tension and unsettling themes. The film was praised for its commitment to maintaining a sense of dread throughout, rather than relying solely on jump scares. It offered a slow-building horror that focused on atmosphere, character development, and the terror of the unknown, appealing to viewers who enjoy cerebral and psychologically engaging horror stories. Visual effects and practical effects are subtly blended to maintain realism while supporting the supernatural elements. The grass, for example, is rendered to feel tangible yet otherworldly, shifting and moving almost organically to reinforce the sense that it is alive. These choices enhance the horror without overwhelming the story with spectacle, allowing the focus to remain on character dynamics and the field's psychological impact. The film's attention to detail in both setting and character reaction ensures that the horror feels immediate and immersive, drawing viewers into a world where escape is uncertain and every decision matters. A significant theme in the story is the cyclical nature of time and consequence. Characters often confront their past actions, sometimes meeting versions of themselves or witnessing events that have already occurred from different perspectives. This cyclical narrative reinforces the idea that the grass traps not only the body but also the mind, forcing an endless confrontation with one's fears and failures. Becky and Cal's struggle becomes emblematic of the human desire to fight against fate, even when the rules governing their environment seem unknowable and unchangeable. The story emphasizes that horror is not only in what is seen, but also in the inevitability of repetition and the uncertainty of breaking free. Another compelling aspect of the film is its exploration of isolation and helplessness. The vastness of the grass contrasts sharply with the character's vulnerability, highlighting human fragility against forces beyond comprehension. The narrative examines how isolation amplifies fear and disorients perception, pushing characters to their psychological limits. Relationships are tested under extreme stress, as trust and communication become both crucial and perilous. The interactions between Becky, Cal, and other characters reveal the complexities of human behavior when survival instincts clash with moral imperatives and emotional bonds. The film's ending leaves a lasting impression, combining elements of horror, tragedy, and ambiguous resolution. Without giving away specific spoilers, the conclusion underscores the field's dominance over time and space, while also offering moments of emotional resonance and character insight. The ending encourages reflection on the story's broader themes: the nature of evil, the persistence of hope, and the consequences of human choices in extraordinary circumstances. This ambiguity ensures that the horror extends beyond the screen, lingering in the viewer's mind as they consider what it would be like to confront a reality governed by rules beyond understanding. In the Tall Grass also stands out for its faithfulness to the source material, translating the novella's tension, atmosphere, and supernatural intricacies to the screen. It balances character-driven storytelling with the surreal horror of its setting, allowing both the plot and psychological depth to resonate with audiences. The adaptation captures the essence of what makes Stephen King and Joe Hill's works compelling: ordinary people confronting extraordinary and incomprehensible forces, with the horror stemming as much from human vulnerability as from the supernatural threat. The film's pacing is carefully constructed to build suspense gradually, allowing viewers to immerse themselves in the horror without losing sight of the narrative's emotional stakes. Early moments of calm and normalcy contrast sharply with the escalating terror within the grass, enhancing the sense of unpredictability. This deliberate pacing contributes to the film's psychological impact, as moments of tension are interspersed with revelations and character-driven drama, maintaining engagement while deepening the unsettling atmosphere. Overall, In the Tall Grass delivers a sophisticated blend of horror, suspense, and psychological intrigue. It challenges viewers to consider not only what is happening in the moment, but also the implications of time, choice, and human frailty. The story's complex structure, combined with strong performances and immersive production design, creates an experience that is as intellectually engaging as it is frightening. Its exploration of morality, fear, and supernatural manipulation ensures that it remains a memorable entry in contemporary horror cinema, appealing to both fans of the genre and admirers of thought-provoking storytelling.